Get off the sidelines and take control of your financial future at www.tackletrading.com. Get in the game.
Matt Justice here to give the market recap video for the day of June 15th, 2015. You know, this morning in the marketplace, if when we're looking at the S&P 500 here, S&P 500 gap down this morning. It was not this morning, though. If you actually look at the movement from the market today, the market really kind of only doji today. If you look at really kind of when the selling happened, it was right before the market actually came down. And so when you look at the market today and you're saying, hey, listen, the market's down, 0.5%, it's down 8, 9, 10 points. You're thinking, hey, that was from the open of today until the close of today. And that's not exactly what happened here. If you're just looking at the last couple days in the marketplace, here's the close on Friday night at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the futures market. And as you can see, it actually, most of the movement that it had this morning happened before happened on Sunday night when the market actually opened up on Sunday night, with the futures market opening up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. It opens up and it just kind of gaps down about 10 points, hangs out, just hanging out after the gap down. A lot of, concerning Greece is what really kind of drove the market last night. And then right before the market opens, as you can see, the market goes down another to about 2062, or another about 10 points. So the market, before the market even opens up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 my time, the market's already down 20 points. And then what you see here is the rest of the day, the market actually came back up and then just hovered around neutrality for most of the day, with most of the market, talking about the Greek situation and whether or not they are or are not going to get a deal. I've been hearing this for the better part of 4 years now. They have a deal, they don't have a deal, they have a deal, they don't have a deal, they can pay their debt, they can't pay their debt, they're gonna have to make another agreement, they're gonna go to the wire, it's gonna be a last minute deal, it's gonna be coming into midnight, and you've seen the posturing back and forth from the Greeks, the IMF, the ECB, and it's all kind of leading to the same thing. They're probably going to come to a deal. It's just going to there's a lot of posturing that comes into play, but that doesn't mean I think Greece can actually be solvent and pay their bills and be a healthy economy. I don't think that's in the cards for them right now, not without substantial reductions in government spending, pension plans, and some other capacities. Other capacities out there as well. So when we're looking at the marketplace here, I'm seeing the S&P 500 really kind of neutral for the day. A lot of the market came down last night in the marketplace. So let's go ahead and that's from a dollar perspective. Couple things out there in the news as well. Gap Stores is going to close about 175 of their stores worldwide. That was in the news. You also had a big one in the news today with CI, Cigna Corporation. They came out before the market even, after the market opened up. So huge, big green candle today, up 16 points, up 11.75%. Huge day in the market. It actually hit to a high of 164 before selling off a little bit to 154. And that happened after the market opened. There was a rumor that Anthem makes a $45 billion offer for rival Cigna Corporation. That came out right after the market came out, and as you can see, just boom, real big upward movement on Cigna itself. So that was a rumor. It's not a done deal. It's a rumor that rival corporation Anthem is going to buy Cigna. We'll kind of see if that plays out here over the next few days. But I really like the breakout here. Anything, if it gives me a little bit of retracement back down, even intraday down to 144, I'm a buyer at 145. That's where I'm a buyer. I feel like we kind of missed the boat a little bit. You should have been buying this. And some of it's just random luck. But at the same time, if you're following this stock, this is a higher high, that is a higher low. Boom, upward movement in price. If you're already in this stock because of the support level because of when you should take action, you were benefited from it, no doubt about it. Absolutely, you had a big benefit of it. Now you kind of look at it from where it's at right now. It's already kind of made the movement, so I'm going to wait for it maybe come back down intraday a little bit. But if you start to see it start to move up once again above 164, that might be a buying opportunity in Cigna as well. A couple stocks that moved quite a bit today. One to the downside here. This is ALB. ALB was, nice little downtrend, short-term uptrend. But what I like about ALB right here, and let me remove my Fibonacci, is it comes back down, sets a lower high right there, downward movement in price, and then huge breakdown with the wide body candle on big volume there. That's a candlestick that should continue to drive back down into price. Short term, you're probably thinking $55 in the short term, 3% movement on a $67 stock or a $57 stock. Longer term, a month, 2-3 months from now, you're looking somewhere around the $51 range as well, but that's a fairly decent movement to the downside. A good technical breakdown of support on ALB, this Albemarle, and that's a shortable opportunity out there as well. Another stock that I've been saying for about 2 years really should change their symbol here. ISIS Pharmaceuticals, ISIS, not to be construed with the terrorist organization that is causing impacts around the globe, but they should change their symbol in my estimation. Another big breakdown on here, but I'm looking at these 3 straight days right there on ISIS. Wide body, gaps up, news oriented, gaps up, wide body down, wide body down, wide body down, and it breaks this support level right here at $64. Look for this to come test the lows on ISIS somewhere around 57, 57 and a half in my estimation. Things in motion have a tendency to stay in motion. ISIS is certainly doing just that, just staying in motion. Couple to the upside here, CNC. CNC, good solid uptrend here. Got a short-term retracement right back down into support right there. Old resistance proved to be a new support level. Upward movement in price. Wide body on the break here. This stock, if you look at its potential, it doesn't have these standardized higher high, higher low patterns. I'm thinking more of this. This might be a position type setup and whatnot. Potentially even a really good covered call type setup, and that's what I'm seeing here. Good volume, good open interest, $2 on the 80 strike price. You're looking at somewhere around 5% in a 5% in a individual account, 2.5% in an IRA on the covered call. This is what I'm looking at CNC from. I like the movement to the upside. Certainly can be a swing trade, can be a position trade, but I think I like it from the covered call a little, just a tiny bit better. And I caught this one in the news. Just kind of looking at stocks that have been moving quite dramatically over a short time frame. Shopify here was an IPO that came out earlier in May, and it really didn't do much at anything at all. But as you can see, it's really starting to see a movement to the upside. I wish I would have caught this one yesterday or Friday when it broke out of 30 and a half. It hit the high today of 38.12, up 5.56% today. Got a lot of momentum behind it. If you're looking at this from a long-term perspective, you certainly can. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? From the potential, it's already moved from 26 up to a high of 38. That's only in about 5 days. I might wait for a little bit of a sell-off before I take a shot at shop again. But right now, I really like kind of the technical pattern behind that one. So that's some stocks in the news today, guys. From a manufacturing data perspective, let's come back to the S&P 500. From a manufacturing data, and I'll drop this down to the 15-minute chart so we can kind of see the price movement today. We all know economic reports play a big role in everything. Today we had a few minor economic reports. You had manufacturing, industrial utilization, industrial production, all come out this morning. all with misses. The Empire State Manufacturing Index came in at a negative 0.2, continuing horrific manufacturing data already. In my estimation, manufacturing data is already in a recession. And then the capacity utilization rate came in at a slight negative at 78.1. The expectation was 78.3. And then the industrial production came in at negative 0.2. The expectation was that it was supposed to come in at 0.2. All of those came in right in this range right here. Every one of those reports came in right there. As you can see, the market sold on that. Let's take a quick look at the dollar index to see how the dollar behaved when those reports came out. And as you can see right here, when those reports come out, it sells off a little bit as well. Now, from a dollar perspective, and my Forex report will come out here just later on today, I'm looking at this $95 barrier right there. That is a very important support level and whatnot. You could take a stab at it, but I probably would wait until the Fed on Wednesday. The Fed, as we all know, it announces monetary policy on Wednesday. Look for them to maintain their monetary policy. However, I do expect that the Fed is going to have something to say regarding the meeting they have after it. So the statement might have something to say, as well as Yellen's speech right immediately following the Fed announcement. So I think the interest rates are going to maintain at 0 to 0.25. I do think the statement as well as the meeting after the statement will be a little hawkish, just given that I do believe that they will start lifting off this year, and they're going to prepare the market for that. Look for something to be said in September. That is Matt Justice for the market recap of June 15th, 2015. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out everything else that we do over there at Tackle Trading, from Gino's Options Report to my Forex Report to Tim's Commodities Report to the coaches shows and everything else we're trying to do. Changing lives one trade at a time. TackleTrading.com.
Get off the sidelines and take control of your financial future at www.tackletrading.com. Get in the game.